We made it to Daang. I just got my hair cut. Hey, look at that. Hey. Yeah, we made it. We out here. Me and Pepe. Sleeping back there. Let me show you how the room. This is a temporary room we got for a few days. Nothing crazy, just a little studio joint. This is my bed here. We got Pedro chilling there with Fenway's blanket. Bathroom back there, little kitchen area, some of my luggage and stuff. It's a mess. Oh, I got some natural greenery, which you know I love. Bathroom's not bad. And it's only $20 a month, so we can't beat that. So we've been here for what? This is our third day, fourth day? I can't remember. And we've run into a few challenges. Nothing that's gonna stop us, you know. But every destination has its challenge. Definitely, having a dog is a bit of a challenge, especially a dog the size of Pedro, and the breed. People I think automatically think that he's a terror, where he's actually really trained and he's a great dog. So that was one thing. I got a temporary spot now. I got a temporary spot. This is a studio. Not bad. Kind of cute. It works for right now, but I'm going to be leaving here in a couple of days and going somewhere closer to Hoi An because that's a little bit more peace, tranquil. I'm trying to get out of the city life and get more grounded, you know, more something that's more aligned with myself. So, and another thing we ran into was a snake. Kind of crazy because I didn't even know snakes were in the city like that, but apparently they are. So Pedro got bit by a snake a couple of days ago, and I'll tell you the story. I took him for a walk yesterday. We went for a walk, no, 2 days ago. Kind of city area. They got some bushes and some places for him to go, and he was Pedro does this thing where he backs up to go poop. So he backed up into this bush, and he was handling his business, and the snake must have jumped out because I didn't see it, but I saw Pedro jump. Pedro jumped, and I was like, "What happened?" And I looked down and I see this snake, maybe about this long. It was green, and I instantly thought to myself, oh gosh, because when I was in Bali, we saw a snake very similar to that, and I put it on my story, not knowing it was what kind of snake, because I'm not a snake person, so I don't know anything about snakes. So I put it on my story, and some of the locals said, "Oh my gosh, that's a pit viper. Be careful." And I said, "Oh, jeez, I'm glad it didn't do anything. Pedro just jumped over it. I was walking, and I said, 'Oh, there's a snake. Pedro, come back.'" Um, so I instantly went to ChatGPT and was like, "Hey, chat, what kind of snake is it?" And it was like, "Oh, it's not venomous. If it, it's probably it might have lunged out because it was trying to protect itself, but it was not venomous." Da da da. I said, "Okay, Pedro's looking pretty normal, so he's running through the streets. People are trying to pet him, and I'm thinking, okay, this is cool. Like Pedro's getting love. They're accepting him, which is always nice." Another dog came out. Pedro ran out, not ran, but went to the dog. They started, communicating, and I was like, okay, cool. Another group of people what came up to Pedro. They started petting him. So I'm thinking everything is good. I'm paying attention because I know he potentially could have got bit. I didn't see any marks. I didn't see any bite marks or anything. But we get back to the room, and he's on the couch like this, and I sit on my bed over here, and I can see him now face to face, and I see his muzzle start to swell up, and it's looking really puffy, and I went into super panic mode. I only know maybe two or three people out here: a taxi driver, the lady that rents out this place, and a guy I met in the airport. So I literally messaged all three of them. "Hey, my dog just got bit. I need to take him to the vet." And the guy that picked me up from the airport, or that I met from the airport, he's like, "I got you," because he has a dog as well, so he understood. I sent him the pictures, and he's like, "I got you. I'm gonna come through. I'll come grab you right now. We'll take him." So I started looking up some vets, and long story short, they said it wasn't bad. He'll recover perfectly fine. As you can see, he's a little bit lethargic right now, but he's fine. So we got him some aid. They give him some shots. I got to go back today and get some more shots, just to keep the swelling down and make sure that he's good. And it really just kind of shook me up because it made me think about how things can change so fast, especially during travel. I'm not in my home country. I'm out here in Vietnam, and I don't know many people. I don't have a car. I don't have transportation. It is sometimes hard getting a taxi for Pedro because a lot of the taxis don't want dogs in their car, and they see him and they automatically think, he's gonna tear their car up. um, I partly understand, but at the same time, it's a bit frustrating still. So I started thinking, okay, I need to start thinking differently. I need to be prepared for if anything happens, and that's just in general because something could happen to me, something could happen to him. Um, so just being more mindful of travel, solo travel, and just making sure that I always have, at least one or two people I can count on, and maybe getting numbers from people that I meet, just in case something does happen and I need that help. So God that he's okay and he will recover fast. He's back to eating. We went for a walk earlier today. He was fine, being his normal self, just a little more chill, and which is obviously normal. So, yeah, just a little reflection moment that I had for myself, and a little wake up call. You know, just that not everything's gonna be perfect all the time, especially when you're traveling. So we're back. We're here. We'll see what's up. I'm ready to explore. I'm gonna check out Hoi An in a couple days, like I said, and see what living like is out there. I'm sure there's gonna be more animals and more things to be aware of, but um, I'm happy to be here. Welcome to Da Nang. Welcome to Vietnam.